Hey, it's Chris, and in today's video, we're gonna look at the Peloton iPad and iPhone app. If you do a search for Peloton Digital in the iOS App Store or the Android App Store, you will find the Peloton Digital app. Peloton Digital is a subscription-based service that lets you get access to all of the live Peloton classes and the entire catalog of on-demand classes. This is great for me because now it lets me do not only the bike classes, but if I want to go to the gym, I could also do the tread classes, the boot camp classes, yoga classes, the meditation, the body weight, the entire catalog of classes. So why would you use the iPad app instead of buying a Peloton bike or a treadmill? Well, the first reason is you have access to a gym that you love, that you want to keep going to. You like going to the gym. It has spin bikes, it has treadmills, it has those things that you need to really get the most out of this app. The other reason is that you don't want to pay $2,000 for a bike or $4,000 for a treadmill. Ouch. Instead, you want to use some slightly more inexpensive equipment, but you still want to get access to that great Peloton content. Let's hop into the app and take a look at what is available. When you first open the app, it's going to bring you into classes. This is a great way to kind of jump into something. So if you're wanting to go outdoors and run, I use my iPhone a lot for this. If you want to do running classes on the treadmill, that's an option. We have cycling classes, which are your traditional Peloton classes, but you can use your own equipment again. We have strength training classes, yoga, meditation, stretching, boot camp, walking, and cardio. And something they've added relatively recently is now you can preload classes. So if you do not have Wi-Fi at your gym or you don't have the best Wi-Fi at your house, you can download them and then play them and not have to worry about choppy internet experience. So going from classes, we can go to programs. So when you click on programs, you have, these are just curated workouts here for you. So you want to do a 5K, you want to do a marathon, maybe you want to work on your abs and your core, or maybe do some strength training. They also have a lot of welcome to classes. So welcome to the Peloton Outdoor if you want to kind of get started, you don't know where to start. Yoga, I will probably start doing some yoga or some meditation, and a welcome to yoga, welcome to meditation is a great way to start that. And then we have welcome to Peloton cycling. That is obviously what Peloton's most known for, is their indoor cycling bike. So here's a great way to use that bike at your gym or that cheaper bike you bought off Amazon. Next up, we have collections. So these are not necessarily programs where you're trying to progress. They're just collections of a certain type. So we have running, cycling. Peloton will do special events. You can see here on my shirt, they did a turkey burn ride that they do on Thanksgiving morning. It's supposed to be to burn those calories you're going to eat during Thanksgiving. So I bought this shirt off Etsy. So they do a lot of special things like that. There's where you can find them in the special events. Bodyweight strength, feel-good rides. They have a homecoming every year. That's where you go to New York and you can meet the instructors. They have different talks. You can go ride in the studio where they film the classes. So now as we go down to the bottom, you can see we have featured classes, which is where we're at, schedule, profile, and more. So we will go over to featured. So these featured are going to be ones that are just, again, curated rides, new stuff that's out. And a lot of it's going to be kind of based upon maybe classes that you've been taking. I do a lot of 30-minute rides, so those show up. There's some running classes. I like to run with Andy Spear on the treadmill at my local gym. Honestly, for $19.49 a month plus a $10 for a gym membership for like a Planet Fitness, a 10 Fitness. If you can get a gym membership cheap like that, you can't beat that. For $29.47 a month, the amount of access you have to fitness content and equipment is unbelievable. So we have looked at classes, going over to schedule now on the bottom. So this is currently what's coming up, and at the top you can see based upon what you select. So it's on cycling right here. We can also select by day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we'll just kind of scroll through here. You can see there's that 45-minute interval and arms ride I was mentioning, and you can scroll through and see what's coming up. We also have running, so we'll just kind of look at that. There's the running, so Caribbean Fun Run, that looks kind of cool. And you can kind of just see that these are all the different things that are available. So when it comes to the content, the most amount of content and the most live content is obviously going to be kind of their core workouts of what they do, and that's going to be your cycling and your tread. Now there's still going to be other types of classes that are available live. We'll just pick meditation as an example here. So if we go to meditation, you'll see the next live meditation is going to be on Wednesday. If we want to go to yoga, yoga is probably pretty popular. Let's take a look at that and see. So yoga, you see here we have 2 yogas available here, both in the morning that are live. So some classes like running, there's going to be a ton of them today. Same thing for cycling. So next up we have profile. So when you select that, you're going to be able to see all the workouts you've done, the total, how many cycling, running, strength, all of that stuff. You can scroll down and see how many active days, how many days in a row, your achievements, all that stuff right there. Let's go take a look at what one of the workouts look like when you're actually doing it. So you're not going to get all the normal kind of numbers and metrics that you would get on a Peloton or a treadmill. Obviously, there's going to be some sensors that's going to be involved when it comes to tracking your cadence, your resistance, the treadmill info, incline, all of that. You're not going to have that if you're using your own equipment. So instead, it's going to be tracking your heart rate if you have a compatible heart rate monitor. The Scosche Rhythm Plus that I have is compatible. You just have to pair it with your iPad or your iPhone, and then it'll start tracking that heart rate and giving you a more accurate count. If you don't have a heart rate monitor, then it's just going to kind of guess what your calorie count is. The great thing about this is it still will sync with Apple Health if you have that set up. If you are syncing your Peloton stuff through the Peloton app to Apple Health, then it still will count toward your active calories and your workout minutes. So you can still fill those rings up even though you're not using actual Peloton equipment. So let's hop in one of the rides and see what it looks like. So let's pick. Also of note is if you do tap on the screen here, you can rotate it like we've said before, and we'll rotate it back to portrait. And there is the AirPlay icon here. So if you want to play this on a Apple TV, so you don't have to stare at your iPad, that is also an option too. Now let's hop into one more. We will do a cycling class here. So when it comes to the indoor cycling classes here, you can of course pair a heart rate monitor. You can also pair a cadence sensor now to get even more accurate metrics. There's a feed, there is the ability to high five people, and of course you get that calorie estimate. So that is the Peloton iPad app. It is $19.49 a month, which is not cheap. But if you have access to your own indoor cycling bike, treadmill, or you want to do boot camp classes, body weight training, yoga, meditation, you can't beat it. All the instructors have a ton of charisma. They're literally the best of the best when it comes to this. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you want to see more videos like this on Peloton, other active lifestyle gadgets and technology, then go ahead and hit subscribe down below. If you have any questions or comments about the Peloton iPad app, hit me up down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.